Welcome back to Jeff's Midwest Gold Adventures. And as you notice, I'm sitting in the chair because this is the time of year when we do year-end gold and see what we did for the year as far as prospecting goes and all the different areas that we prospected out on the river and the creeks and so forth. This year was real dry, so it worked in our favor. Most of it was a drought, but it ended up drying up most of the creeks that we used to work in. And so we spent more time out on the river, which is fine with me because it opened up a bunch of different areas that we never usually see that we got to work. So in turn, it gave us a little bit more gold areas to work and find more gold. So come along with me on this little adventure, and I will take you through working in the garage, going through all my cons containers, and then we'll finish up in the kitchen and doing a gold weigh after we dry out everything. So come along and hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you in the next frame later. All right, guys, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, each ice cream container is a time that I went out to either the creek or the river, mostly probably the river because the creeks were dried up this year. I have a total of 20 to go through. Some of them have been gone through and they just have a snuffer bottle in them, but I usually run everything. This will be end of year gold for 2023. So I'm just getting them thawed out here. Ainsley's out here waiting with me. And I'm gonna get the multi-sluice put up here on the table. Inside the man cave. Got it all cleaned up halfway decent. Get the cold beer sign going. Once we get temp, it's saying 40 degrees, but not quite. I'll just let that keep going. This is what our cold beer sign looks like once it's on. There we go. I love that sign. That's awesome. All right. Well, we'll get, once the stuff gets a little defrosted, we'll have to do some classification and bring some water out here. After today, it's going to be in the 30s all next week and some into the 40s the following week. So. If I can hold this thing still. There's the multi-sluice, and of course it has the washer mat in it, or the stripper mat first, and then the washer mat will come later. And this is going to be end of year cons for 2023. So I got to get some more water and get this stuff classified, and I'll film that. So once we get going here and see some shiny, I'll bring you back on. And it's going to take a little bit of work, plus it has to defrost, so bear with me. Later. Alright guys, so I've got all these in here. I've got 2 more that are still thawing. And I got all my snuffer bottles in here thawing. So it's coming along, but it's a little slow. But we have nothing but time. It's Sunday, so we're gonna keep at it. And I think I'm gonna go run in and get another thing of hot water. And I will be right back. All right, guys, I just got my last 2 containers put in the warm water where I'm classifying. I've got 1/4 inch, the next size smaller, and then 1/8 inch. think it's 1/8 inch, something like that. Yeah, so as you can see, we've had some snow. Look at the top of the house. Holy crap. Even the campers freaking topped. We had about 22, 23 inches of snow in 1 week with 2 storms. It's crazy. So yeah, it's always better to be inside the nice warm man cave with a couple of cold beers and working on our end of year cons. So stick with me and we'll get it done later. All right, so I just checked my defrosting cons in that blue bucket or blue laundry container, whatever you want to call it, and it's time to go ahead and classify them. So that was pretty fast. All right, that's the first one that you can see right there. We'll put in this pan. And then the next one will be, I think it's, I'm not for sure, but it's got a lot of stuff. Woo! Lots of stuff. Let's get there. Nothing but muddy water in this puppy dog. Woo! All right. That was pretty easy. All right. So there you can see the small ones in that one. And we'll put them in this pan. All right. So we got 2 pans. Now we'll get our final stuff in a pan. I'll just go ahead and use another DPAA pan because we got plenty of them. And that's pretty much what we're left with. Oh boy. That is some heavy monkers. Damn. Yep. Got a lot of stuff to go through. Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this puppy out. And then whatever's in the bottom of this I'll dump in this pan. But that will be our stuff that we run through. Woo! All right. Oh. Dump this down the drain. So whatever's left here, I've got some of this too, or this is just old shit out. Yeah. We'll use this bucket, put everything in that. All right, hold that thought, guys. Whew. All right, guys, so what we ended up with, I'll take you over here, I'll show you. This is I'm guessing a 1.5 gallon bucket. I got this from a buddy of mine, Mike. He brought it out to us when we were dredging. So it's 2/3 full of nothing but heavy cons. That's what we're going to be running. All right, I am going to start. We've got jet dry in the water already. Got our official spoon. One I stole out of the wife's drawer. I should be using the spoon I got from Infinity Prospecting or one I got from Mike, but they're not out here right now. So, all right, let's get at her. And kind of zoom down a little bit on it so you can see what's going on. See if I can get this to... That's about as good as I'm going to get her right now. Yep, she's going on down. Yeah, I don't think you really have to have this really fast for after you've had it classified. So, you know, it's kind of a... You only do it once a year, so it's like, okay. So we're just kind of putting it in like so, and watch it go down the sluice. I got the side set here at 8 degrees, and it's level here and down at the other end down there. So. Guys, I did want to show you my man cave fridge, but it's located just outside the door here in your local snowdrift right there, and you just grab one and go. But I'm still good. But it works. All right, so here you can see the stuff exchanging. I got my O light working here. As you get closer up towards the top, it gets darker. I don't have to bring the light up, but down here you can see working how it's supposed to. It's starting to go dark now. I mean, there's a little bit of light, but there's no rush in doing your cleanup either. And if you look in here, what you want to look for is the stuff dancing around, which it's doing. Hey, there's a good channel. All right, guys, been hammering away at this stuff here. We're getting down there. Probably got about 1/4 of a bucket left. I got all the snuffer bottles emptied out, and I got them into the pan, and there's nice looking gold in there, but I haven't swirled it back yet, so we're still gonna, I mean, there's some nice pieces in there. Oh, another thing I wanted to say, it's been such a long time since I've had a garage video, you know. I only do it once a year, so you got to have just a little bit of fun with it. But one thing I did want to say is, oh yeah, that's good. I wanted to show you our next mat that we'll be using. And this is called the washer mat. This particular mat here, it starts out, I got it around there. You got UR right here, and then it has all these different little riffles in there. And if you can kind of see all the stuff the gold has to travel over. And it gets caught in there, and it just, since gold's heavy, it just sits in there, and it makes a line of gold. And that's what I think is so cool about Gold Hog. Some guy that I go gold prospecting with got me hooked on this stuff. But look at all the different things on that. Isn't that cool? All right, so once we get done with this run, then this is the mat that we put in next, and we only have like maybe 2 cups of cons to run through it. So let me get through this bucket here, and and then I'm gonna go ahead and pan out this all the stuff that was in the snuffer bottles and show you that too. So hold that thought. So this is my better half. She came out to join me. Hi Barb, how you doing?
Oh, fine.
Just peachy keen.
You look like I just got up, huh?
That's okay, it's Sunday, who cares, right? So we're out here running this stuff, and it's all gray. It's time to put in another scoop and watch it go white again. Yep. All right, so Barb's gonna film me while I'm doing pulling this back. All this pan over here that I got of all the snuffer material. There's some nice gold in here, so hold that thought. All right, guys, so we're gonna pan this back. What this is all the snuffer bottles dumped into one pan. And when you see a bigger piece of gold, that's the nugget that I found on the rock bar. We really hit the gold. Okay guys, I worked on this and there's still some lead in there, but look at that gold. Isn't that beautiful? That's just from the snuffer bottles. And my one little chunker that I found is right there. So I'm gonna effect. Turn this one off. Thanks, Brandon, for the cool beer sign. All right, guys, I have burned through all my cons. I'm just letting them clean out real well, and then we're gonna go. All right, guys, I just took the header box off. Look at the gold. Right there, all on that little line right there. All right, guys, now we're working with the washer mat, and I need to make sure there's no bubbles in any of this. We've got our leftover cons from the last. All right, guys, as you're looking up here, you can see the gold. All right, guys, as you look down here, you can see the gold. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Very prevalent right there, in that line there. There's some in there. Some lead. Gold right there, big time. More gold there. Some gold there. Yep. Let's see if I can see any down here. Most of it gets caught, you know, up above, which is what you want, but there's a nice piece. Where is that at? Right there. Damn. Yep. All right, let me get this cleaned up. All right, guys, this is the gold that I missed from panning. You can see it right there. Very fine stuff. This is the stuff I ran through the gold hog washer mat, and there's still gold down here, but I got the majority of it here. That was my main mission today. We'll get that extracted. Hey guys, welcome back to Jeff's Midwest Gold Adventures, and today we're finally going to do the third part of end of year gold. I thought it's the last day of January, I got to get this done, So what we're gonna do tonight is I've got 10 or 9 vials of gold that I've prospected throughout the year that are in water. And I also have the snuffer bottle from all the cons containers I did in the garage, which will be in this video. We're gonna put all that together in my little teeny saucepan, cook it off, and weigh it and see how we did for the year and get us a grand total of from 2023 for prospecting. So with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll kind of walk you through the process. Hold that thought. Okay, as you can see in the pan here, I've got 9 vials all together, and most of them are flour gold, and some of them are a little bit bigger, but they're ones that I cleaned up, and they're just waiting for this time right now to get dried out and weighed. What I used last time is I have this stainless steel saucepan. It's like, it works great because it sits nice and flat on top of the stove to dry the gold out. And then in the bottom of this is the gold from all the cons containers that I had out in the garage. So we'll put this with this into here and dry it out, and we'll throw it up on the little handy dandy scale, and you'll get to see what this guy got for 2023. All right, hold that thought. Okay guys, what we're gonna do first, I'm gonna go ahead and dump each one of these little glass vials into the pan here, and I just kind of rinse them out a little bit. Make sure we get everything out of them. That's one. All right, next one. Rinse them out. Get all that nice big heavy gold out of there. And the next one. Okay guys, you can see my little pan right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on to low. Get this. All right, like I said, we've got it on the stove. Got it turned on, I think 4 right there. So once this starts steaming and gets all cooked off, I'll bring you back and show you how I get rid of the black sand out of there. It's kind of cool. All right, guys, there you can see it. It is all dried out. I'll get it up there to the top so you can see it. Yeah, it's got some lead in it still a little bit and some black sand. Okay, so guys, I just used this magnet right here. And if you see the gold in there, I just put it underneath here, and you'll see all the black stuff go. You got to work with it a little bit, but it eventually will pull everything out of there. You see the black sand right there. There it is, down at the bottom right there. All right, so then what I do is I take another magnet and pick it up. All right, guys, I got most of it. That was the black sand. Now I need to go through and grab those bigger particles in there that are black and some of the gray matter. So I'm going to work on that. What I'm going to do is I got this big magnifying glass right here, which allows me to see the gold better, plus my eyeballs will be able to see it better. And I'm going to go ahead and pluck out the grays right out of the gold here, which will make it a little easier. All right, guys, I've got all the gold cleaned up as good as I'm going to get it for right now. There's still a little bit of black sand in it, but I got most of the metallic sand out. So let me turn you around and let's do a weigh up and see what we got. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dump the gold that I got here onto my... Well, I actually don't need to do that. I can just keep it in this. And we are gonna make sure we get every single little piece because we're in Iowa. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the scale. I got my little aluminum jobber here. I'm gonna go ahead and tare that. That comes to 1.9. We'll press tare. Now we're back to 0, 0. All right, here we go. We are going to go ahead and dump all this into the jimmy here. Let's see, what are we at so far? 1.1. We still got more to go. All right, I think that's it. All right, that's my total for the year in Iowa Gold. 1.7 grams. That's not bad. I will be satisfied with that. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my other total of Iowa Gold and just keep collecting. So there you see it, guys. That there is Iowa Gold. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. And a little bit of black sand, obviously. Okay, well, thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out. 1.7 Jeff's Midwest Gold Adventures 2023 total. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll hopefully start the 2024 year with a big boom and find some more gold. And we do have some trips planned this year. We're going to head up to Wisconsin again, like we always do, and have a man camp up there. And we'll probably be going up to the UP once or twice. So as far as any other gold goes, it's probably just going to be right here at home because getting out's getting expensive. So anyway, thanks for coming along. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you out at the creek. Oh, that's Ty's line. Out for now.